Yeah, it's working. What's up, guys? It's that show that we do.
It's the Virtual Bromance live show.
We're super excited about it.
Which features some stuff about some things, and I feel like we're way more slouched on the couch than we normally are. Like we're really half-assed committed to this whole process right now.
I'm 100% committed to being a slack ass.
It's a show for bros by bros about bros being bros with their bros.
Not Bo from New Girl though. I mean, she could watch it too.
Anna Silk could watch the show. I'd be okay with it.
Yep.
It's a pretty good week.
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. A lot of the TV shows we enjoy we're not running because Olympics. Is that your phone?
Yeah, but and that's okay because I'm getting caught up on it.
Mm.
So for me, it was the same.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of we did that awesome. We drank those big cans of Bud Light Strawberry-ta.
I still had it sitting.
How much did you drink?
I drank most of it. It was like a quarter left.
The best way to handle it was to pour that Bud Light Strawberry-ta into a glass, so that you could just suffer through it.
I wish it was Bud Light that made it.
I know. It's pretty terrible. Yeah, we drank those. That was pretty good. I finished playthrough 1 of Lightning Returns.
Yeah,
which was my goal. My goal
because you ran in here with a strawberry and was like, "Let's celebrate."
Yeah. It was my goal to finish it this week because Castlevania comes out Tuesday, so I wanted to have it done before that. And they have a really good New Game Plus setup, so I started one of those, which carries over all your stats, resets the clock back to the first day in the timer, and then the countdown to the end of the world or whatever, and resets all the quests. I just realized that I missed one of the missable quests. There's this one. I did it in the first playthrough, but I think I missed it because I was playing.
You missed it on the second playthrough?
Yeah. I missed it
because... You fucking failed.
No, I missed it because I was playing with the sound down and watching Black Sails. And
how is that, by the way?
It's good.
Pirates.
So the quest giver is a phone call, so you have to hear the phone ringing at the payphone when you run past it.
Yeah.
And I had the sound down, and I was like, "Fucking hey, I'm looking around for some shit." And I just booted right past the fucking phone, and then later the girl was laying there dead next to a phone booth. And a soldier was sitting there, and he's like, her name was Louise. She got killed by the children of Etro. And I'm like, oh, snap, dude. I remember Louise. I saved her last time.
Weird.
But,
yeah. Rick.
What's going on, man? But yeah, so they have this function to turn off limit, or to turn off the limit break or something like that.
Why would you do that?
Well, no, because I think that at some point your stats may exceed like a specific number that they're not supposed to exceed.
Is that what limit break does in that one?
Apparently. But so if you turn
it actually breaks limits.
If you turn off the limit
for the first
break,
time in a Final Fantasy game.
If you turn off the limit break, you can't submit any scores to the leaderboards. And that's it. That's the only
because you're... Yeah.
Which seems a little bit ridiculous to me, because if you're playing through for like the 4th or 5th time, which I'm sure someone is.
You're going to do it.
No, I don't even know if I'll get through the second time. I might just because I want to try to kill everything in the Omega Dungeon or the Ultima Lair or whatever it is.
Yeah, get your glowy pink weapons.
Yeah, well, so that I can. There's 2 achievements that you get at the end there.
Word.
And those will probably be the last ones I have to get. Will be the killing everything in the dungeon there. And it's fun, but, you know, I foresee myself being distracted from it because Castlevania. Because I want to be Dracula.
Yeah. I mean,
The big D.
He's going to be the big D.
Damn right.
I'm actually excited enough about that I might hook up the 360.
Just to borrow my copy.
I need the shells, man.
You still got to finish the DLC from the first one.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know how he turns into the big D.
I would assume he pops a Viagra. And if it's there longer than 4 hours, he really needs to seek help.
Yeah, it's hundreds of years he's been the big D.
Yeah.
And now he's, yeah, man, it's gonna be super good stuff. Yeah, the D. That's right, the big D. I'm gonna call him a Dick Dracula from now on.
Count Dicula.
Count Dicula.
Nice.
It's probably a porn movie somewhere.
Yeah, probably is.
But you know, just to get myself, you know, excited again for Lords of Shadow 2, I rewatched the trailers over the last couple of days, and I thought, and I spent some time in silent contemplation, thinking about Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate HD.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, because it's the story that bridges the gap. It explains like Alucard and stuff. What do you?
So the big D and the gap have like a correlation.
Yeah.
Sweet action.
No, so I want to just make sure that I'm focused. I'm ready to play, and I'm gonna put that bitch on normal, and I swear to God, if it's like the first game, you are gonna hear me swearing in that room.
Yeah.
There will be a number of times that I'm sure that I will throw the controller. I don't throw controllers on the ground. I'm not.
You're not part of that system.
I'm not part of the system. No, I don't want to spend $60. $60 to replace a controller because I threw it on the ground. But I will toss it on the bed and walk away, and maybe swear a lot. So I mean,
punch a pillow.
No.
Grab the pillow and put it on your face and scream.
Well, yeah, obviously. So I mean, I expect a lot of that to be happening over the next few days. Well, not over the next few days. That'd be weird if it started happening before I got the game.
It could. You want to get it all out before you even play the game.
It's true. And of course, I'm lucky.
You're playing easier.
No, I played on normal, like I did the first one. I think I actually ended up playing the first one on easy eventually because I got pissed at it.
Yeah.
There were just some spots that were just fucking nightmarishly difficult. Those werewolves. That one spot with those 3 werewolves where you're in that little courtyard.
Yeah.
You remember the spot I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I do.
It was a fucking nightmare.
That game is so good.
It's so good. So, I mean, I'm hoping, I played the demo for Lords of Shadow 2, and it's very similar, but a little bit, I think it's faster. Ooh, he shattered a controller. Oh. Shadowrun and Sega.
Oh, dude, seriously, that game, when you take a ghoul killing mission, and you go in there and you start killing ghouls, and all of a sudden,
why would you kill the ghoul?
Up.
Like, if you kill the ghoul, then what are you going to put your hands on to be safe?
I don't know, man.
Then you're just going to get tagged all the time.
But you go in there and you're fighting all these ghouls, and you have to run in circles, and every once in a while turn around and shoot, and then run in circles again, and then a vampire shows up and fucks everything up. It's very frustrating.
Rick, was that when you smashed the controller? Were you on a ghoul mission?
Or like a hellhound will show up, and those are super fast.
I think
I love that game.
I think
so
it'd be
much.
really fantastic if that was the exact shit that he was doing when he shattered the controller.
Listen, that's the only thing that ever made me that mad. And like failing attacks in the Matrix, that kind of upsets me.
It was I think I got more mad at Lords of Shadow than I have at any game. No, there was something else recently that I played.
Metal Gear, Revenge.
No, Revengeance. No, because once I got used to the block and counter and like all that shit, then I was okay at it.
When you were doing this.
Yeah. No, there's something else recently that was like, What did there was something that I ended up playing it on easy because it was bullshit.
Well, Dragon Age Origins.
Well, there's no point. Never. No, I don't remember. There was something recently that I played that I really wanted.
You never played The Witcher 2. I'm sure that you would have played that on easy.
Yeah. There was something that I played recently that I really, really wanted to like. I really wanted to play it. I was really excited about it, and then it was designed by assholes. So.
Did you buy it on Steam?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Regardless, we won't talk about breaking the rules anymore.
Yeah.
You know what? Just because I've never seen you really get mad at a game, I want you to play Dark Souls.
I just bought it.
On Steam?
No, Xbox
Okay,
Live.
don't play it on Steam.
Okay,
The controls are all fucking stupid.
It was $4.99 on Xbox Live yesterday, so I bought it. Today.
I'm willing to set aside Final Fantasy to record you playing that game.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
It's that hard?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
That's even the tagline of the game is you will die because you're gonna die a shit ton. And Dark Souls 2 is coming out soon.
I mean, it was $4.99. Why not?
It's a good fucking game. Don't get me wrong. It's just fucking hard.
I loaded up. I bought a copy of Armored Core 5 Verdict Day because it was on sale the other day.
Yeah, it's too bad it's not still on sale, or I'd pick that up too.
Well, I loaded it up, and I think that I'm supposed to have finished 5 and have like a.
Oh, is it an expansion?
Yeah, kind of. It's in the same way that Another Age was.
Yeah.
But.
Well, you can play Another Age standalone. Though.
You can. It's just
in this story.
Yeah, and it's way more difficult that way.
Yeah.
Especially when you're fighting. You know, Another Age is a great game, but Ultimate 9-Ball at the end, can't even kill him unless you get the game to glitch.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. You got to get him to get stuck in that wall.
Yeah. Where he dashes over you.
Yeah, when he turns into the plane, he has to get stuck in the fucking wall, or you can't kill him. No, I loaded up Verdict Day, and I was like, man, this game looks way sexier than Armored Core 5 did. Like, really smooth designs, good, like, metal. The metallic texturing and stuff like that was really good. The menus seemed a little less convoluted and ridiculous. And then I loaded up I sortied for the first mission, and got destroyed.
Really?
In the first mission. Twice. And then I was
Don't you just fight, like, tanks and shit in that? And you died. You can just walk over those things to blow them up.
No, they're not. No, it's not that kind of mission. It's like out in the desert, and there's like, they're MTs, dude. They're not just tanks.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think I may have lost my edge.
Does an MT mean tank?
No, it's mobile. The MTs are like weird mechs that are not.
Oh, they're
ACs.
The smaller ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
I think I may have lost my edge. I think that.
Well, it's a completely different style.
I think that Armored Core could have been done.
So you might still have your edge. You just don't have.
Like if I threw in my copy of For Answer, the greatest Armored Core game ever made. Well,
it's fucking good. I would say it's the greatest.
It is probably the greatest, though. It would be a whole lot cooler if all of that gameplay and controls was inserted into Armored Core 2. Yeah.
So we could fight strong.
And we could take motherfuckers to the cave and shit like that.
Yeah.
Gotta take them to the cave. If they don't have legs.
Yeah, if they don't have legs, just take them to the cave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there is, I think, a really great golden age of Armored Core games that is long since passed. I mean, I think between Armored Core 2, well, shit, man, all the PS2 titles were great. Armored Core 2, Another Age were both really, really awesome. Armored Core 3 was fucking killer as hell.
Yeah.
And then 3 had Silent Line, Ninebreaker, and Last Raven, and Nexus. That all.
I think Nexus is the only one I didn't play.
It's the double disc one.
Yeah, I didn't play that.
Okay, it had Project Phantasm or whatever on the second disc.
Disney knows what's up.
Word. All of those were really, really great, and then Armored Core 4 wasn't very good. But then, For Answer came out, and I wept.
Yeah.
Like I wept. It had some co-op missions. where we got to like admire how cool our mech designs were.
Yeah.
And take out the Spillet of Motherwill.
Spillet of Motherwill was good.
It's one of the greatest co-op missions ever in any game.
Yeah.
It really, really was. And, you know, I think they reached their peak. Maybe there's just no way for them to make another game that would be as good as For Answer.
Well, especially if they don't go back to that like formula.
Right, and they've moved
because
more.
Look, I absolutely fucking loved Chrome Hounds, and I really wanted a Chrome Hounds 2, but if it says Armored Core on it, I don't want it to be Chrome Hounds.
Right, you did not want Chrome Hounds 2 at the price of Armored Core.
Right.
Right, and that is what it is. I don't know. I was just talking to a couple of guys the other night at the bar about this idea that all these games, these squad-based games, have been adding this fifth slot for the controller or, you know, strategist or whatever, that role.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play that fucking role. Nobody does.
Not exactly true. In Chrome Hounds, I was always the commander.
Okay, that's fine, but like they put it into
Remember, you guys used to make fun of me because you would walk in and I'd be calling out grid coordinates. You'd be like, "Oh, you took my battleship."
Yeah.
You know, before you actually got into the Xbox gaming.
That was pretty good. You did sing my battleship, bro.
Fucking douche. I sank a lot of people.
You were yelling out coordinates.
I was like, D6, there's dudes at D6, go take them out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good times.
Right. No, there was something that
I had a bunch of guns on my.
There was some new. It was a new beta that Nick and Kaylin had played. It was a new mech game that had the same thing though. It was like a four-man squad with a fifth slot for a fucking strategist or coordinator or whatever the fuck.
It only works if the strategist is actually in a mech on the field, like Chrome Hound.
But it's not.
If you're in the command
didn't they do it in Battlefield?
Don't
they do it on Battlefield?
Yeah, that's how the commander works in Battlefield.
They're on the field?
No, they're not.
They're not. It's stupid. Who wants to do that?
I kind of would like to try it.
You'd like to try it, but then you'd be like, all right, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go down there and fucking invent some fools out.
The problem with games like that, where they make the commander not on the battlefield, you can tell all your soldiers to go to B,
but nobody fucking
want,
listens.
But if nobody does it, then you're just fucking playing with your balls the entire time and shooting missiles at people.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make these games more than they are. I mean, Armored Core is Armored Core. It's badass for being badass. Like, honestly, I don't want to have to be in a fucking squad to be able to do anything in Armored Core. It is me and the most badass design fucking AC.
With one shoulder pad, a different color than everything else.
Yeah. Me piloting that motherfucker against the fucking world. And strong. Prick.
He should just be in every... He should be the Wesker of Armored Core.
He should be the Wesker. No, he should be like the Wedge and Biggs.
But they're on your side. They've never been bad guys. Well, they were in Final
Fantasy
6, but they weren't bad guys at the time.
Mm.
They were on your team. You just were also a bad guy.
Yeah.
I like games where you start as the bad guy.
Yeah.
Even better if you don't know you're the bad guy, like 4.
True. Man, Final Fantasy 4.
I know.
So good.
So good.
Kane and Cecil. I don't care who calls him Cecil.
Cecil sounds stupid.
It sounds super lame.
Yeah. Just like I call them GIFs and not GIFs.
Well, everyone does that.
Well, the guy said.
That guy just did that to get attention. Who gives a shit what he says?
True.
Just because he made it whenever ago doesn't mean
right.
That
Just because he created it doesn't mean that he can tell us how to say it.
It's too late. You can't show up fucking like 20 years later and be like, "Oh, dude, you've all been saying it wrong the whole time." He probably was poor and bored and sitting around his house and he was like, "I'm gonna tell them they've been saying GIF wrong for the last 20 years. I'm gonna go out in the fucking mainstream media and tell them that they're all fucking idiots. They've been saying it wrong."
Yep.
And then everybody's gonna want to interview me. I'm gonna be a fucking rock star. What's his name?
I don't fucking know.
Exactly. Not a fucking rock star.
He's that guy.
He's the guy that was dumb enough to try to say the whole world was saying GIF wrong.
Yeah, at that point, if the whole world is saying it one way, it's your shit out of luck.
Right.
That's what it's going to be. Tangents.
Yeah, they're the best. No, and so we've got. I'm hoping to be able to ride out this Castlevania.
Were you playing Mario Kart the other night?
Fuck yeah.
All right. I
I love playing Mario
I
Kart.
heard you bitching at like Michelle for beating you or whatever.
She never wins. It's totally ridiculous. I wasn't drunk enough.
That'll happen.
Dude, I'm better when I'm drunk. I'm a really, really good drunk driver.
Yeah.
And I
But only if you have turtle shells to shoot at people.
I use the classic controller, which makes it even more fucking like I'm cheating. Yeah. No, I'm hoping to be able to ride out this Lords of Shadow 2 thing until a couple weeks into March when all the crazy stuff happens. Titanfall, Metal Gear, Final Fantasy X HD.
Don't be a douche and get Titanfall for the 360.
Okay.
Seriously, get your Xbox One and get it for that.
We'll see. I was looking at some prices and,
Alright.
There's just not enough games for it,
still back in 2013.
There's just not enough games. It's frustrating.
But the games that are out are good. Battlefield 4. That's all you need. And then you could, like, kind of justify buying Ghosts because it's got that fucking game mode.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
And you are a fan of Assassin's Creed.
I think I had a dream the other night that Nick tricked me into. It's complicated. I can't explain how he did it, but he tricked me into purchasing a Wii U.
Is it because he put on his Facebook that he bought one?
No, I knew that he was going to get one, but we talk about it a lot, and I think I was trading in an old, like a GameCube or something to buy a Wii for someone else.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the transaction, I needed to there was an emergency that I had to skip out for a minute, and Nick was with me, and I was like, dude, they got my credit card, just finish out the transaction, get the Wii set up, and then whatever. And I came back, and he's like, dude, I totally got you a Wii U. And I was like, whoa, that's badass. Did you
wait, in your dream you were excited about it?
Right. Well, I was like, dude, that's badass.
So
dude.
It was a nightmare.
I was like, whoa, dude, that's really cool of you. That's cool that you threw in the money and upgraded me to a Wii U. And he's like, no, I didn't put any money in. I just put it on your card.
That sounds just like Nick too. Nice.
And yeah, that was the dream. I played the Wii U on one of those demo consoles when I was shopping the other day, and I don't like it. I don't like that you're holding essentially like a typewriter or something. It's like, hey guys, hold on, I'm playing a video game. It's like I need to use my detective mode in fucking Arkham City or whatever to see where the shit is. This is ridiculous. I don't want to have to use a tablet to fucking.
I don't know what you did there, but now there's a thing. This fucking guy.
Well, it was the right size to make the example. I'm sorry. But yeah, I didn't like it. I also played with the demo, the Vita demo, because I do want to get a Vita.
I do too.
But especially with Borderlands 2 coming out.
Oh, I mean, I've already played Borderlands 2.
Right, but it's Borderlands 2 Vita.
Oh.
It's got all the DLC and shit included on it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Borderlands and I love Borderlands 2, but I stopped playing it because I was done with it. So I don't need to buy it again on a Vita.
They're releasing a bundle, is what I'm saying. The new the slim model Vita is gonna come in a bundle with Borderlands 2.
The only thing that I can think of that would make me want to get Borderlands 2 on the Vita is if I could just have Krieg turn it on, fire it up, put it in my pocket, and just have Krieg say shit throughout the day.
If you had the game running and he was standing still, he would say shit all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I Borderlands 2 Metal Gear games, shit like that. You can get the HD
There were
collection
some
on
other
there.
games that I'll be flipping through one of those and
There's some Assassin's Creed stuff
yeah,
as well.
and I'll see a game and I'll be, oh, that looks fucking cool, and I read an article and then look at what platform it is, and it's the Vita, and I
there's a
slowly turn the page.
There's a Killzone game. I can't remember what it's, Raven or something like that. But I don't know. I don't have a Vita, so I'm not heavily invested in the fucking titles.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, see, you can play through all 5 actually, because we would have Krieg as well.
There you go.
6 because also the Necromancer.
Yep, that's all included on there. But yeah, what else? There was you get like Final Fantasy HD, the Final Fantasy X.
Yeah,
That other one,
do
HD.
kinda wanna play that.
For Vita, and
what
then
what are you gonna do about dodging lightning bolts?
Jesus, I don't live with Jason anymore. I can't make him do it for me.
I'm not fucking doing it.
I know. I think that I have a little bit more skill now than I did then, though.
All right.
I mean, that was
You just hit a button. I mean, what's the skill really?
skill, the patience.
It's patience, yeah.
It's like 250 of them you have to dodge consecutively
Yeah.
or something. Unfucking believable. Well, you know what? Dodging the lightning bolt's not something I'm heavily concerned about. You know what I'm fucking concerned about is the worst fucking
Blitzball?
Blitzball. Fucking Blitzball.
Jason also loved Blitzball.
Yes, he did. I should call up Jason and see what he's got going on next month.
Just be like, hey, we should go bowling.
Hey, Jason, you wanna come over and play Final Fantasy X for me for a few hours? I need some Blitzball
No,
stuff.
be like, dude, we should go get lunch or something. And get
Just
when
bring
you-
him
you
here.
when you go and meet
Have it
him
on the
somewhere
Vita.
and just take it out.
Here
He'll be
you
like,
go,
oh,
dude.
fuck
Can
you.
can you take care of this? I need this handled. Yeah, that might work. I mean, I might buy the Vita just to get that Final Fantasy X on the Vita instead of buying it for my PS3.
It's cheaper.
I think it's the same either way. $30.
Cool.
But having it, on the go is pretty nice.
Really? I mean, when do you play things on the go?
This is the same speech Kaylin gave to me when I was talking about buying a Vita.
Because when you're on the go, you're busy doing things.
Right, and he was like,
It's not like
he's
you
like,
can
you're
drive
gonna
and
be, he's
play.
like, you're gonna be that asshole sitting here at the bar playing your video game, fucking make fun of you.
Yeah.
We're all gonna make fun of you, and then you're gonna have to stop playing because you're gonna need to play dice with us or something. He's like, when
You can hold it here and dice here.
right? And he's like, what? When are you gonna play it? What are you? And I'm like, well, dude, I'll play it when I'm at
What
home.
you're gonna do is you're gonna sit in your chair.
Right. I'm like,
play
well,
it
I'll
on your
at
Vita
home.
when you could just be playing it on the PS3.
And that's what he said. He's like, it's stupid. Why would you sit in your fucking chair and play a handheld game when you could be playing a regular
Also,
console?
John, look, if you got it for the PS3, you could just remote play it on your Vita.
True.
So just get it for the PS3.
Right on. Good plan.
Yeah.
PS3 can remote play it or PS4?
You know, I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that shot that theory right now.
Yeah, maybe. But, whatever. All I know is I'm not going to play 10-2. It's not going to happen.
No. I mean, I hope they're not even on the same disc, so you just never put that disc in.
That'd be pretty great. I read an article now where this asshole who said that if the sales on this were good, that they were going to push for a Final Fantasy XII HD remake. This asshole who said it is now like, well, I didn't really say that it would happen, for sure.
Is he like an executive?
Yeah.
Well, then they're going to do it. Because what happened was, he said that, and then they're like, dude, we're not telling anybody about that. And he's like, oh shit, all right, I'll go fix this.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know if he's an executive. I think he's the head of the development team that worked.
Good enough.
Yeah.
One can hope.
12 HDU would be amazing. I mean, I think that, being that 12 was released so late in the lifespan of the PS2,
Yeah.
it was an overlooked game and didn't get the appreciation that it deserved.
Not a lot of people like 12.
Well, a lot of people are fucking idiots. Then.
But a lot of people like 7, so their opinion is invalid.
Everywhere else in the world, a lot of people like 12, just not here. Maybe that was because we didn't get the. Maybe that's because we didn't get the International Zodiac Job System version.
Yeah, I suppose.
Which the
would have made it like super fucking cool.
Right. The version of 10 that is on the HD remake is the international special edition. So it's to be assumed that if they were going to do an HD remake of 12, it would also be the international Zodiac job system version. I don't know why they gave it such a ridiculous name, but that's actually what it's
long names
called.
are cool.
I suppose. Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate HD.
Yeah. What if there was a Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate Zodiac job system HD?
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, I downloaded a ROM of the Zodiac job system version because it was never released here and I wanted to see what it was all about. And it's pretty great.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
I mean, you got to really commit early on to what kind of character classes you want to have, but replaying the game, I love it just as much as the first time. So fantastic.
That's love.
It felt like the first time. It felt like the very first time.
Alright.
Yeah, so you're playing some Final Fantasy, huh? Got a big patch coming on, huh?
Yep, next month.
Next month? Oh, I thought it was sooner than that.
No, it's a couple weeks, like three weeks maybe.
Oh, like when Titanfall comes out?
Yeah, around then. Don't worry, I have enough screens for both. It's fine.
It's the lack of hands for both is really the problem. But
I got hands.
Why don't you tell all of these invested viewers about what you're excited about in this patch?
New turns and coil, bro. That's all. Look, anybody who's watching this that cares about Final Fantasy already knows what turns and coil are. Yes, the binding coil of Bahamut. The coolest fucking, the coolest dragon in any Final Fantasy ever.
The coolest cat.
Also the coolest cat that ever sat on a table and stared at a plant.
Fuck yeah, I love that. It was so good. Such a bond between my cat and that plant.
Yeah. But they're it's well, it's not even speculation at this point because dude fucking said it now in an interview. But they're gonna right now. There's they call them turns, sections of the dungeon. Turns 1 through 5 are gonna be like right now you can only do it once a week each turn. They're gonna set it to where you can do it as many times as you want, which is cool because everybody's been griping about how they can only do it once a week and then they can't help their friends do it. So.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
So that's gonna be cool. New gear, higher item level cap, which is important. Right now the cap is 90, and I've already got item level 90, so it'd be cool to get more.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, just more content. I mean, that's what's important.
It is. It is very much.
And I think that they do it every 3 months,
Mm.
like a big patch every 3 months, and I think that's the perfect time because that's right around when I run out of stuff to do. So.
Well, when did you run out of stuff to do this time?
A month ago.
A month
So
ago.
1 month
So I don't think that that's perfect time.
No, well, what's funny about that is just digging around the other day, I found more shit that's not technically like progression, but it's because there's achievements in the game, so I'm working on some achievements, trying to get my luminary stuff, which is like each job has like a relic weapon, even the crafting and gathering.
Fishing.
Is
it a relic fishing rod?
Yeah, a halcyon rod.
Halcyon on and on.
Yeah. Some Kirsty Hawkshaw. I'm a fan. But then there's the luminary weapon, which is like your relic weapon, but it has a couple extra things in it. And also people seeing you with it know that you're a fucking baller.
They're like, man, that guy's got an epic fishing rod.
He has an epic rod. I want to go over there and just touch his rod.
His D.
Yeah.
His big D.
It's too bad the rod's name doesn't start with a D.
Right, I know.
It would be like the big D, but yeah.
The big R.
The big R. It's an H.
What is an H? Oh, the Halcyon.
Yeah. And on.
And on.
But yeah, it's just more content. Everybody's, there's a lot of people on some of the forums that are talking about how they're just not going to play until the patch because it's kind of pointless.
I don't know. I was wondering if that's what had happened the other day when I looked in here and
10-hour maintenance.
When I looked in here and you were just sitting staring at a Facebook feed and your desktop.
That's all fucking just heartbroken.
Oh, he was sleeping. Fucking Pastic. What's your deal, bro?
You fucking.
I saw the Pastic.
Just because they're 16 hours ahead of us doesn't mean that.
It's not an excuse. How many times did we stay up until the ass crack of dawn to watch you be awesome?
That hasn't happened in a long time.
It's because he doesn't do it anymore.
He says that
he's on sometimes.
Yeah.
I saw that he that Mr. Pastic did a review of Lightning Returns, and I
saw that. I did not read it because I was at work.
I didn't read it.
And I forgot about it.
But I'm curious because I know how I feel about Lightning Returns. I'm curious.
Maybe you should read it. Web Wombat, bro.
What?
I think that's the site that he...
Oh. I want him to tell me right now.
And how many words or less?
In 5 words or less. Out for a walk.
Bitch.
I want him to tell me in 5 words or less how he feels
about the D.
About the D.
No,
No.
Those 5 words.
Yeah.
How freaking awful am I? No. Seriously, give us a 5-word review of
Final Fantasy Lightning Returns.
Final Fantasy 13.
It's called Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13.
That's dumb.
I believe is what the title is. Yeah.
That means that if you're looking through a list sorted
it's
by
not
game,
there with
it's
any
not
of the
going to
other
be
Final
with
Fantasy games, right? I know. But I believe that's what it's called. I come on, man! It can't be this hard to come up with 5 words.
Maybe he's putting a lot of thought into his 5 words.
Okay.
Or maybe he's just going to troll us somehow.
That's probably what he's going to do. And by the way, a penis emoticon is not a word.
No. That means you can put as many as you want in it. That's more than 5 words, damn it.
Yes.
Oh,
interesting.
Right. Interesting gameplay changes, trash narrative.
Word. The story's not brilliant. I mean, it's a Final Fantasy 13 story.
No. Yeah. Well, no. 13 had a.
It's got a. I
13
think
had a shitty story.
I think that it has a more cohesive and directed story than either of the previous 2 games.
Really?
Yes.
So do you disagree?
But just because the story is good doesn't mean that it's handled well.
But
the narrative could be crappy.
John, I think in that context, trash narrative means shitty story.
Well, I think that I'm not saying it's a great story. I'm saying it's better than the previous 2 games.
All right.
Gameplay wise, it's fantastic.
Overall presentation.
I really like the gameplay. I think it's fun.
All right.
I mean, and I'm obviously, like I told you, I'm on my New Game Plus. I'm like 3 or 4 days into my New Game Plus.
So your New Game is pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a New Game minus.
No. Which would be weird.
It would be weird.
They should. Hey, RPG companies, I would like you to undertake the task of creating a New Game minus, where you start a new game with less than you start with in the regular game.
Or you start a game with negatives, and when you find things, it starts to build up to a 0, so you can actually start to get things. I mean, negative. Let's go all the way.
I'm into it.
Bosses are coming after you. Your home house is a dungeon.
Like you're not on a mission to save the world. The world is on a mission to get rid of you.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that's a great idea.
What, New Game minus?
New Game minus.
All right. When we make our game, our sci-fi space opera
RPG,
it will have a New Game minus.
New Game minus is good. It's gonna be so awesome.
Where you start out and they haven't even invented space travel yet. And you're like, what the fuck?
You're like the ancient ancestors of the character, and all you're doing is like gathering rocks and shit, like trying to figure out how to create fire.
Yeah, Terraria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all New Game Minus is just Terraria.
Alright. It's pretty good. No, I want... Now, how do you access New Game Minus? Do you have to finish the game to unlock New Game Minus?
Maybe you just completely fail at finishing the game.
You do, or you could do it like, was it Armored Core 2 or 3? Where if you died like 15 times at the beginning of the game, it would unlock the Pilot Plus. It was 2. The Pilot Plus abilities.
Yeah.
Like, cooldown rate was better and a similar game. Game Minus. Yes, they did release that game. No, like if you died, I think it was 15 times. They gave you it was like OP plus or something was the
I remember that.
The Pilot Plus abilities.
Yeah.
Here it was like increased boost, carrying weight. It made it so that you could use shoulder weapons and run at the same time rather than having to like kneel down.
What was that fucking shoulder-mounted weapon that we used the shit out of with the moonlight? Kurosawa. Oh, that wasn't shoulder-mounted.
No, the Kurosawa MK2 was the. It was
Did you
the
just
gun.
Rusty the Kurosawa?
Yeah.
It's the Kurosawa Mark II.
Yeah.
He MK2'd it, bro.
I always called
Mortal Kombat 2?
I always called it the MK2.
I know you did.
Back then.
I just did the same thing.
No, that was
Couldn't break
that
it.
was the one that was based on the at least in Armored Core 2, the design was based on the like sniper rifle that Rey uses with Unit 0 in Neon Genesis to I think it's the one she uses to shoot the Angel out of orbit.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that because I hadn't watched any of that when I first played it.
It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. Anything giant robot is okay in my book.
Yeah, well, I mean, I really like the Neon Genesis, the rebuild of Evangelion movies they're doing, but it would be really nice if they hadn't decided to take 4 or 5 years to do the last movie. That wasn't actually supposed to happen.
Yeah.
It was only supposed to be the 3, and now they're like, we're going to do a 4th one, but we're going to take 5 years to do it.
Weird.
This is kind of the same problem that happened with Unicorn Gundam, where they were clipping along. They were like, we're going to release one every 6 months. So it was like, first one, and then the second one was 6 months later, and then the third one was 7 months later, and then the next one was a year later, and then they're like, oh, we're going to add another one to the end that we hadn't planned, and now, like, I think they've got 6 out, and it was supposed to be done at 6, and I think it's been like a year and a half since the last one came out.
Maybe they forgot about it.
Jesus. Now that would be, man, I'd feel like, if that happened, I'd feel like I was living in idiocracy.
That's what I was just
That's
thinking. I was gonna say maybe the project lead was the only one that knew about it, and he got arrested for prostitution or prostitution ring.
For hanging out with
Upgrade.
Upgrade. Smoking crack and running prostitution with Upgrade.
Yeah.
Isn't that? I'm gonna have to look up. For some reason, I feel like in my mind, I'm picturing the Bond Company stooge from Life Aquatic as that guy.
I don't think so.
Tell them a story.
I don't have a. Once upon a time, John had to look some stuff up because he's that kind of guy. That's my story. There you go.
So I was reading about Ground Zeroes today.
Yeah.
And the article basically was straight up saying that the game was designed just to show off what it could do for the full game. Like, dude.
For a double dose of pimping.
Well. Yeah, no, they were saying that the intention with Ground Zeroes was to have it be like a large form demo, gameplay demo,
right.
So that like a tease. It's
as long as
we're gonna pay $30 for an interactable trailer, essentially.
That's cool. As long as I get more than 2 hours out of it.
That's a tall order. I don't know if you will get more than 2
Maybe I'll
hours
just play it multiple times.
Damn right.
Done that with every other Metal Gear so far.
I don't know. I don't think the Metal Gear series is very good, though. I mean,
Shut
the
up.
storytelling is pretty crap, and the characters are uncompelling.
Why are you starting fights with the audience?
Yeah. He's not going to say anything. He doesn't like my jokes.
Well, just remember, it's like a 15-second delay.
Yeah. No, it's not. He wasn't upgrade. Jesus Christ. Upgrade. No. But, yeah. I don't know. There's not really a whole lot else to talk about. I mean...
Just like I always say, these fucking publishers need to crank these games out so we have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, so Dark Souls I'm going to play, though.
You should.
It's going to be awesome! I'm going to be mad.
Look, the very first boss in the game, like the third enemy you fight, is going to make you want to quit.
Really? What?
Yes.
It's that early? They just start...
Yeah.
He's just sitting there being mad.
Yeah, the very first boss of the game is super hard. They all have gimmicks, though. It's just finding.
What do you mean gimmicks?
Like, do it this way, and it'll be a lot easier.
Is it a action RPG or what? Oh, okay.
Technically not solo. You can like summon other players, but you have to have items to do that. Like you burn an item and it summons a dude. You have to use a consumable in game that's not that easy to get a hold of in the first place, so that you can play with your friends.
That seems like a really, really great system.
And they stick with you until you beat a boss, and then they go away.
It seems like a really, really great system.
Yes, and then there's also a similar item, it's just a different color, that when it brings somebody in, you PvP.
Really?
Yeah.
So when's the next one coming out this year or something?
Yeah, it's this year. It's supposedly soon. The beta's already come and gone. It was on PS3.
Come and gone. Just like I think that
was like 5 months ago.
Just like I think we're actually going to do the shortest show ever because it's going to be like a 45-minute show.
That's good. I got some Twintania to fight.
Twintania?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to continue watching The Tudors.
Cool.
But first, I'm going to take care of some serious business in the way of...
You gonna go and fap?
Space dandy is what I'm going to take care of.
I haven't started.
He's a dandy guy in space. He combs the galaxy like he combs his pompadour. You gotta watch it.
I will. I just haven't started. I'm still powering through Arrow.
Yeah, and you still haven't finished Full Metal
I still haven't finished that.
Full Metal
I think
Alchemist.
you know what? I wonder if I... Did I tell you if I tried or not?
Tried what?
Just watching that on my PC.
Do you have that Blu-ray drive in there yet?
No.
Do you know
Where the hell is it?
Do you know where you put that Blu-ray drive that I gave you?
Yeah, you guys put it somewhere when you moved the room around.
Maybe it's over there. It was in a box. I mean, it's not like it got thrown away or something.
Not my fault. Yeah, alright. So do the thing and then let's get out of here so I can go kill a dragon.
Oh, I gotta do the thing again. Okay.
You always do the thing.
Right in my lap. I hold these things. That's not the thing you wanted me to do, is it?
Yes, it is the thing.
No, you didn't want me to sing, though.
You do whatever you want, man. I don't...
So, this is our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/VirtualBromance.
You're indicating the Twitter.
I'm cupping all of the things, actually.
He's cupping all of the social media balls.
See, look. My fingers are like all over it. Yeah, up in its lady business. Then there's the YouTube channel. That sometimes David uploads.
I put an episode up last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
An old one?
No. Well, I mean, yes, an old one. I didn't skip. After we skipped.
Okay. YouTube.com/VirtualBromance. On Twitter, Sometimes we post some things on Twitter. We'll get better about it. We're gonna get
we
better
post, hey, we're going live, and that's
yeah,
about
we're gonna get better about it. It's at Virtual Bromance, and the band we're in, facebook.com/amsych. That's am.psych. Which I actually was in a conversation with Dan today.
Yeah.
He wanted me to handle booking on another show, but not for us. For him, which I want to do.
Because he's in like 30 bands.
Right. And we did, in fact. Yeah, I know. AmPsych doesn't get cupping because it doesn't.
Just do the shocker and skip Twitter.
I gotta do it.
All right, fuck it.
But we did discuss. Actually, I said that I want to get over there and hammer out the rest of the album with him real quick. So
we've been working on it for like 2 years.
Well, I mean, and Dan actually said that. He's like, if you want to just get it done, he's like, I can finish all these songs in like 3 weeks. Just write some shit. And I'm like, no. It's cool and everything, but I feel like I should probably write the lyrics for the songs that, I wrote. So, presumably we're going to get that done. Well, we're going to be doing that show in July, and I want all new music.
We are doing the show in July?
Yeah.
That's not the one that Dan said he didn't want to do?
No, that was the one that's in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
The Hate Department show.
Yeah.
Hate Department, Project 44.
Why don't we just go to the show
Dead Room.
anyway?
I booked it. I'm running the show.
You have to.
I'm going to go there either way
What day
because
is
I'm
that?
running. It's Friday the 7th. Why?
Maybe. I don't know. I have to work in the morning. It just kind of kills it for me.
I suppose. It's not like you go to sleep at a reasonable time, even if you're sitting at home.
But when I do, I go to sleep sober.
Yeah. Who does that?
This guy, sometimes.
I'm going to do that tonight.
Cool.
So,
yeah.
Next week we'll be talking about Lords of Shadow 2. Maybe we'll be talking about me trying to play Demon Souls and who I murdered in the process.
We need to set up some time for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe David will have his 360 hooked up so you can do some other things as well.
Probably not.
Yes. Yes. Yes! He's talking about the album.
Yeah. I think actually he's talking about porn.
Yeah.
But no, he's not.
Who knows, man?
He wants us in his bedroom.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll do some things.
All right. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you next. He's gonna
take these Girl Scout cookies and eat them.
Sweet action. Later.